This is the Nike Rawdacious Pack, and today I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about them. And if you like them and you want to cop a pair, you can do so in the link right up there. Now I know you want to hear about the new boots, but let's take a look at the story and the design of the boots real quick first. Because here Nike have tried to encapsulate all the feelings and emotions running inside of your body before you go and achieve something big. Like for instance, winning the Olympics. And they've done that with a more vibrant swoosh that shows motion inside of a closed shape. In other words, showing the potential running inside of your body. Oh. It's also kind of implied in the name. Raw meaning unprocessed and audacious meaning the willingness to take bold and audacious risks. So pretty cool story, which in plain English kind of means that you should realize your potential and go win some stuff in these boots. But stories aside, there's also a nice little reference to the very first Nike swoosh that was designed by Carolyn Davidson in 1971, which you can see overlaid here in bold, having a bit more of a curved tail than the current Nike swoosh in black. By the way, back then Nike paid $35 for the swoosh. Think about that. But fun stories aside here, I think it's a really good looking pack. Very clean look. The swoosh is really, really good, and those color pops just makes it's right up there. So the big new thing for the Rawdacious Pack is the Nike Phantom GT2, which sounds like a big update, and well, it's, to be honest, it's more of the same, with a few tweaks here and there. So the texture is new. Instead of those little straight pills, you get a V-shaped chevron texture that kind of reminds me a little of what we saw on the Phantom Vision once. You also get these little pressed taps almost on the toe box, but to be honest, they feel more like visual updates than anything else. And apart from that, and maybe the external tap on the heel, this is a Phantom GT1. Now that means that you still get that very textured, grippy sensation on the ball. You get a very soft Flyknit upper that is pretty comfortable, and then a pretty wide fit in the boot. Which also means that if you're like me and you have a narrow foot, you can consider going down half a size for the tightest possible fit. So yes, it is new, but it's probably more of a GT 1.5 if we're being honest. The Legend 9, however, is completely new. It's the lightest Tiempo Nike has ever made compared to the 230 grams from the Legend 8. And the weight, plus the other changes Nike have made, makes it feel like the Legend 9 is gravitating a bit more towards the speed segment than previously. It's still extremely soft and of course very comfortable, and the touch gives you a bit of a hint of softness from the foam pods and still makes it very nice and elegant on the ball. And you could say that this is a bit sharper and, I want to say, less cozy than the Legend 8. Now there might be some of you out there thinking this is a leather version of the CTR 360 Maestries because of the pods. But for me, the pods aren't significant enough, and it kind of feels more like a mercurialized Tiempo Legend 8 than anything else. It does a little bit of everything, but it does it well. And finally, we have the Mercurial, which is, well, it's the same Vapor 14 and Superfly 8 as we know it. So that means it still gives you this extremely tight and very streamlined, locked-in sensation where you get a very close and almost barefoot-like sensation on the ball with a bit of a hint of this matte, texturized feeling when you dribble. But it's a great boot, fits even people with slightly wider feet, and if you like the sensation of being on your toes and very close to the ball, but also having this mental edge of feeling faster, the Mercurials are still more or less unrivaled. So, new Nike pack with two, well, technically 1.5 new boots. And to be honest, I think they look absolutely phenomenal. And it's a little bit of a shame that it'll only be worn by the Olympic athletes and not everyone when the season comes back. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section right down below, and then don't hesitate to go and cop these Rawdacious Olympic boots via the link to unisportstore.com right over there. But not, of course, before you made sure you've subscribed to the channel with the notifications on. And with those words, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.